Hi, class. How are you? I'm gonna read a story to you today. The little chick that would go to bed. So, we're with a nonprofit that comes and reads to the kids. And all of us volunteered our time to come and to share and to give back. I have something that makes me yawn a lot, and some people say it's a disability. I call it a superpower. The little chick that would not go to bed. Story by Edna Groff. All right, kids. Once upon a time, I was saying that I would go to bed. His brothers and sisters always came running home as soon as they saw the big red sun go down behind the western hills. But the little chicken that did not like to go to bed, although he was the baby of the family, ran farther away from home than ever. Old Mother Hen would stand in the barnyard and call, cluck, cluck. It's time to come to bed. But the baby chick would answer, peep, peep. I don't want to go to bed. Old Mother Hen would coax again, cluck, cluck, it's time to go to bed. But baby chick would whine harder and harder, peep, peep. I do not want to go to bed. Every evening, Mother Hen had to chase him all around the barnyard till she was so tired she nearly cried. Do yours eyes water when you yawn like mine do? They say only special people have that. Oh, the other little chickens which belonged to our family stood and watched and waited and scolded at the baby chicken for not listening to his mother. And when she at last did catch him, and the whole family settled down for the night, all the other little chickens lay as far under Mother Hen's wings as they possibly could get. But baby chicken always slept with his nose sticking out and from under the feather cover. And one evening, Mother Hen called as usual, cluck, cluck. It's time to come to bed, and as usual, the baby chicken answered, peep, peep. I do not want to go to bed. And as usual, all the other little chickens stood and waited, expecting that Mother Hen would chase the baby chicken around the barnyard. But instead, she turned about and said, come, chicken, we will go to bed. Baby chicken thinks she wants to stay up all night. When baby chicken saw that Mother Hen was not going to make him come to bed, he was oh so glad. Won't I have a wonderful time? He chuckled. I won't have to waste my time sleeping. I'll play all night long. I'll have the best fun. I'll do just as I please. That's what he wants to do. And because he was so happy, he fluffed out his feathers until he looked for all the world would like a big ball of popcorn. He was so round and yellow. Look at him. You see him? You guys see him? He look kind of mad, don't he? He looking so mad. Why are you so mad? Why are you so mad? For a while, he ran about the barnyard as happy as any chicken could possibly be. He found these worms, one fat one, one thin one, and one woolly one, all of which had stayed out too late. Then, because he was quite full and happy, he went over to talk to the gentle cow, who was so big and warm. Peep, peep. He said, tearing up again, y'all, sorry. I'm going to stay up all night. But the big gentle cow only answered in a very sleepy voice, moo, moo, I'm sleepy, aren't you? Then he called on the gray mare, who was so wise and wonderful. Peep, peep, he said, I'm going to stay up all night. But all the gray mare would say was, nay, nay, don't you wish it were day? Are you guys getting sleepy out there? Then he called on the gentle sheep, which had such wonderfully soft wool. Peep, peep, he said, I'm going to stay up all night. But the gentle sheep merely said, ba, ba. I'd go home to my ma. And when the little chicken that did not like to go to bed looked around the barnyard, he saw that all the animals were fast asleep. He wanted to stay up all night, but nobody else wanted to stay up. Everybody else was sleeping. Sleep. Aren't you getting sleepy? He was quite disgusted, sleepyheads, he said, and he turned up his little yellow nose, and just then he heard the children singing over in the house yard. I'll go over there, he said. They're not sleepy. So he crawled through a hole in the fence between the barnyard and the house yard. And soon he was scampering over the green grass. Peep, peep, he said to the children. I'm going to stay up all night. But the children did not pay any attention to him. And in a very short while, they went into the house and went to bed. And he was all alone. He wanted to talk to someone, so he looked up into the treetops. Peep, peep. He called to the birds, I'm going to stay up all night. But although he nearly stretched his little neck as long as strives, he could not see one bird. They were all under their mother's wings, fast asleep. Fast. And while his neck was still stretched, he saw that the sky had become very dark, and that a big bird, and that a big yellow ball hung right over him, and that thousands of queer little things all over in the dark sky winked at him, as much as to say, so you're going to stay up all night, are you? Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Just then a weird voice, the like of which he had never seen, screeched from the branches of a big pine tree which stood in the front of the yard. Hoo-hoo! You? He brought his head down with a jerk, but before the kinks of his neck from stretching it so far up, he stretched it up just as far out, for a big green frog over in the pond across the way cleared his throat. And then the little chicken that did not like to go to bed wanted to go to bed. He turned away to run, but at every turn of the way, funny little flies with lanterns bumped into him. When he reached the barnyard, his little legs were all quivery, and he went right over to where Mother Hen sat with all his brothers and sisters tucked under her wings and said, peep, peep, I want to go to bed. But Mother Hen had her eyes fast shut, and she would not open them, and he cried out, peep, peep, I want to go to bed. But Mother Hen never moved one feather, not twitched one eyelid. Baby chicken ran back into the barnyard and tried to be happy, but the dew began to fall, and his wings got all damp, and he felt so shivery. So he ran back once again to where Mother Hen sat with all his brothers and sisters under her wings, and in a very chattery voice said, peep, peep, I want to go to bed. But still Mother Hen never moved one feather, nor twitched one eyelid, and not one of his brothers or sisters moved, for they were fast asleep. And then the little chicken that did not like to go to bed lay down on the damp grass. Without a bit of covering, he cried himself to sleep. And there he lay until the big red sun peeped over the eastern hills in the morning. And then he stood up and he stretched out his cold, damp, tired little wings as well as he could and tried to shake the dew from his downy feathers. But just as all his brothers and sisters ran from their warm bed, they were all fresh and fluffy and warm. Good morning, little brother, they said. Did you have a good time all night? That's siblings for you, ain't it? The little chicken that did not like to go to bed ran quickly past them without answering. He tried to pass his mother also, but she caught him by one wing. Well, well, she said, you look somewhat dampened. I think a good shaking is what you need. So she shook him. And she shook him. And she... She shook him until he was all dry and fluffy. And all through the day, he stuck so close to his mother she could scarcely scratch for worms. And when evening came again, he hung onto her apron strings and would not go out to play with the others for